Hi everyone, long time no see, it's Yang here. In this video, you will learn the greatest item duplication glitch in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that works on all versions. This insane glitch is the only glitch you will ever need because it allows you to duplicate literally everything: diamonds, rubies, sapphires, butterflies, and fairies. This is the ultimate guide where you have every detail explained step by step that will make it so easy that a baby can do it. To do this, you just need a horse. Make sure you have some apples in your inventory as well. 5 is more than enough. There are 2 locations where you can perform this glitch. If you have just started the game, then you should go to Hateno Village. If you have already beaten one of the 4 regional phenomena, then you can go to Lookout Landing. Firstly, let's find out how to do it in Hateno Village. Bring your horse here all the way from Dueling Peak Stable. It's a bit of a journey, but it will be worth the effort. Leave your horse here in front of the die drop. Then we find the Zamik shrine on the map. There is a well near the shrine. Let's jump into it. Choose the path on the right and go forward. Not long afterwards, you will find a likelike here. Before getting started, change your ability wheel's default ability to Ascent and save the game. Step 1. Getting eaten by a likelike. To do this, stand in front of the likelike, at this position where Link's feet are in line with the rear edge of this rock. Then you take out a control stick, wait near it. At the moment when the likelike tries to swallow the control stick, hop onto it by pressing the A button, so that it swallows Link on the stick. When that happens, the camera will stay where it was. Don't do anything right now. The likelike will start chewing for a few seconds. Then he will spit out and you have become invisible. This means you are in cow state. The likelike will try to swallow you again after he had some rest. At this moment, you will be kicked out of the cow state and can move freely. This needs some good timing, meaning that you should press the A button at the precise moment. You can pay attention to the tongue's vibrations. When the tongue has vibrated 5 times, estimate when the 6th vibration will be and press A at that moment to try to hop on the stick. If you do it too early, you will be knocked down, as you can see here. If you do it too late, Link will do an attempt of hopping onto it, but he fails. If you do it too late and you are very close to the stick, you will be swallowed with the stick and the camera moves and focuses on the likelike, which means you have to try again. But it's not that hard. Here is a comparison between 2 successful cases. So you can actually see that the A button was pressed at different frames because the mouth opening width is not the same, and we still managed to do it since both frames are valid. Some final notes. This step requires some practice, so if you are not capable of doing it after a few tries, keep practicing and you will eventually master this step. After you have done it, you should not be able to open the ability wheel. Instead, you can only use the ability that you chose before, which is Ascent. Turn right and stand on top of this plant here. Those are the coordinates. Use ascend. Once on the ground, Link will become invisible after a short period of time. This means he's in call state. If you are watching a memory, the game will uncall you for a short period of time, and the length of this period is actually random. Once that period of time has passed, you will be called again. Now you should take out a control stick and try to hop on it by watching memories multiple times. When you do it, you will notice that the link does not disappear anymore. You are now temporarily uncalled. So let's turn right and go to the die shop, where your horse is. When you reach the die shop, stand in front of your horse. Now what we want to do is to hold an apple right before you get called. So go and watch a memory. Skip it. Press plus to open the inventory. Then press plus twice as fast as possible to unpause and then immediately pause again. Now hold an apple. When you exit the menu by pressing B or minus, the apple you were holding will fall to the ground and gets eaten by the horse. You might not succeed at the first try. There is another case where Link can appear holding the apple and the apple doesn't drop to the ground. In this case, put away the apple and watch another memory. But after a few tries, you should do this easily. I have tried this method many times, and no single time it took me more than 10 minutes to achieve this. The reason why this works is that the time Link gets uncalled is sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. When it's shorter, what you have done is exactly the right thing, because you are holding an apple just before Link gets called again. After you have done it correctly, it's very important to keep in mind that at this moment you can't do anything that breaks the holding state. For example, don't press B to sprint. Now you are still holding an invisible apple. You have to do two things. First thing, you need to drop the invisible apple somewhere that's safe, because the invisible apple is weightless and any tiny wind can blow it away. Second thing, you need to uncall yourself. In other words, becoming invisible, so that you can pick up items. To do those two things, head to the inside part of the die shop by watching memories continuously. Every watch will give you a short period of time to move, so move there slowly but steadily. Once you reach this position, you are safe from the wind outside. Now you can drop the invisible apple on the corner. In order to uncall yourself, start going back to where the horse is by watching memories. When you are finally near it, press X to hop on this horse right after you watch a memory. Then hop off. Now you are officially back to normal. Now get inside the shop again. Go to the inventory, hold an apple and 4 of the items you want to duplicate. In this case, let's duplicate some diamonds. Exit the menu, you will see a bundle of diamonds spawned on the floor. Now you have to enter the menu again and press X to remove one item. When you exit the menu this time, 4 diamonds are spawned. If you go to the inventory again and add the item, 3 more diamonds will come out of nowhere. Keeping doing this allows you to spawn infinite diamonds. This is one option. The other option would be to remove and add one item at the same time in the same inventory page. Doing this will spawn 4 items every time. There is a limitation of 21 items on the ground, so pick them up after it reaches that number, otherwise the items will start disappearing. To pick up items, because you are in a weird state where the prompts are not working, you have to hold the ZL button and press X to jump, just like this. At the moment you land on the ground, press R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing selection menu. When this menu appears, choose something that won't explode, a Zelda device for example, and keep holding R. Don't let go of it, although you can release the rest of the buttons. While holding R, you will be able to pick up the items. After you have picked up the items, you can press B to cancel the holding state, or just release R to throw the item away. A side note, you can also use this to duplicate milks, eggs, or any other cooking species. Don't waste the spawned food, because children in the South Hyrule continent are starving. To duplicate live creatures such as fairies, you have to change the items you are holding. Just put away the 4 items you are duplicating, and only hold the apple that is left, and then hold 4 fairies instead. For the first time, it will still duplicate the previous item, but after you enter the menu and put away 1 fairy, you will see that fairies are starting to spawn. The fairies will spawn in the spot where the bundle is. Since fairies will fly away right after the spawn, what you have to do is to hold ZL and press X to jump. Then press R and up on your D-pad when Link is about to land. Now Link has entered his throwing stance. You should keep holding R and release the rest of the buttons. In this state, you can pick up fairies as soon as they are spawned. Remember, you have to keep holding the R button. Stand on top of the bundle, press plus to remove an fairy, and pause. Then press plus again to add a fairy. This way you duplicate 7 fairies by pressing buttons just 4 times. Now smash your A button to pick them up before they fly away. If you somehow let go of the R button, it's okay, you can redo the jump and hold step. It should not break the glitch, although it might happen. Personally, I have not experienced it. Using this glitch, you can just duplicate everything: lizards, sapphires, fishes. Doing this allows you to get 999 fairies in 10 minutes approximately. You can make your inventory full in no time. Once you're done, if you want to keep duplicating next time, then don't save. Put the game on sleep mode. If you don't want to duplicate anymore at the moment, remember to save the game and restart it. In case you did the likelike stick call and somehow stopped doing the rest of the glitch, you should also restart the game, because the glitch persists after loading the save directly without restarting the game. You get something like this. This is a glitch called model teleport desync, but it's harmless, and restarting the game can make it go away. On the other hand, be careful with switching tab in the pause menu. Sometimes if your finger is tired, you might let go of the R button while in the menu, which will cause the tab to switch. So make some rest when your hand is tired to avoid this from happening, because when you switch tab and switch it back, the glitch will be gone, and you will have to restart the whole process. If you have already completed at least one of the 4 regional phenomena, then you can also go to Lookout Landing. Go to the north, enter this gate, and place your horse at this location, in front of this small room inside the wall. And then go to the center of Lookout Landing. Inside the emergency shelter, there is a small hole. Go forward and turn left at the crossing. The likelike is at the end of the tunnel. Before getting started, it's preferable to destroy the rocks that are above the likelike. Also, don't forget to change your ability wheel's default ability to Ascend and save the game. Step 1. Getting eaten by a likelike. To do this, stand in front of the likelike at this position in line with this rock. Then you take out a control stick, wait near it. At the moment when the likelike tries to swallow the control stick, hop onto it by pressing the A button, so that it swallows Link on the stick. When that happens, the camera will stay where it was. Don't do anything right now. The likelike will start chewing for a few seconds. Then he will spit out, and you have become invisible. This means you are in cow state. The likelike will try to swallow you again after he had some rest. At this moment, you will be kicked out of the cow state and can move freely. You can pay attention to the tongue's vibrations. When the tongue has vibrated 5 times, estimate when the 6th vibration will be and press A at that moment to hop on the stick. Sometimes even if you do it at the right moment, you still fail, as you can see here. If you do it too late, Link will do an attempt of hopping onto it, but he fails. If you do it too late and you are very close to the stick, you will be swallowed with the stick and the camera moves and focus on the likelike, which means you have to try again. Well, those tips are great, but why do they sound so familiar? I think I'm having a deja vu.
Deja vu, huh?
Anyway, after you have done it, you should not be able to open the ability well. Instead, you can only use the ability that you chose before, which is Ascent. So you are going to climb the wall behind the likelike. Go forward and use Ascent here near the forward edge of the 2 plants. Those are the coordinates. Once on the ground, Link will become invisible after a short period of time. This means he's in cow state. If you are watching a memory, the game will uncall you for a short period of time, and the length of this period is actually random. Once that period of time has passed, you will be caught again. Stand in front of your horse. Now what we want to do is to hold an apple right before you get caught. So go and watch a memory. Skip it. Press plus to open the inventory, then press plus twice as fast as possible to unpause and then immediately pause again. Now hold an apple. When you exit the menu by pressing B or minus, the apple you were holding will fall to the ground and gets eaten by the horse. You might not succeed at the first try. There is another case where Link can appear holding the apple and the apple doesn't drop to the ground. In this case, put away the apple and watch another memory. After you have done it correctly, it's very important to keep in mind that at this moment you can't do anything that breaks the holding state. For example, don't press B to sprint. Now you are still holding an invisible apple. You have to do 2 things. First thing, you need to drop the invisible apple somewhere that's safe, because the invisible apple is weightless and any tiny wind can blow it away. Second thing, you need to uncall yourself. In other words, becoming invisible, so that you can pick up items. To do those 2 things, head to the inside part of the small room by watching memories continuously. Every watch will give you a short period of time to move, so move there slowly but steadily. Once you reach this position, you are safe from the wind outside. Now you can drop the invisible apple by pressing A as soon as you exit the menu after watching a memory. In order to uncall yourself, start going back to where the horse is by watching memories. When you are finally near it, press X to hop on the horse right after you watch a memory. Then hop off. Now you are officially back to normal. Now get inside of the room again. Go to the inventory page. Hold an apple and 4 of the items you want to duplicate. In this case, let's duplicate some diamonds. Exit the menu, you will see a bundle of diamonds spawned on the floor. Now you have to enter the menu again and press X to remove 1 item. When you exit the menu this time, 4 diamonds are spawned. If you go to the inventory again and add an item, 3 more diamonds will come out of nowhere. Keeping doing this allows you to spawn infinite diamonds. This is one option. The other option would be to remove and add one item at the same time in the same inventory page. Doing this will spawn 4 items every time. There is a limitation of 21 items on the ground, so pick them up after it reaches that number, otherwise the items will start disappearing. To pick up items, because you are in a weird state where the prompts are not working, you have to hold the ZL button and press X to jump, just like this. At the moment you land on the ground, press R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing selection menu. When this menu appears, choose something that won't explode, a Zonai device for example, and keep holding R. Don't let go of it, although you can release the rest of the buttons. While holding R, you will be able to pick up the items. After you have picked up the items, you can press B to cancel the holding state, or just release R to throw the item away. To duplicate live creatures such as fairies, you have to change the items you are holding. Just put away the 4 items you are duplicating, and only hold the apple that is left, and then hold 4 fairies instead. For the first time, it will still duplicate the previous item, but after you enter the menu and put away 1 fairy, you will see that fairies are starting to spawn. The fairies will spawn in the spot where the bundle is. Since fairies will fly away right after the spawn, what you have to do is to hold ZL and press X to jump. Then press R and up on your D-pad when Link is about to land. Now Link has entered his throwing stance. You should keep holding R and release the rest of the buttons. In this state, you can pick up fairies as soon as they are spawned. Remember, you have to keep holding the R button. Stand on top of the bundle, press plus to add a fairy and pause. Then press plus again to remove a fairy. This way you duplicate 7 fairies by pressing buttons just 4 times. Now smash your A button to pick them up before they fly away. If you somehow let go of the R button, it's okay, you can redo the jump and hold step. It should not break the glitch, although it might happen. Personally, I have not experienced it. Doing this allows you to get 999 fairies in 10 minutes approximately. You can make your inventory full in no time. Once you are done, if you want to keep duplicating next time, then don't save. Put the game on sleep mode. If you don't want to duplicate anymore at the moment, remember to save the game and restart it. In case you did the likelike stick call and somehow stopped doing the rest of the glitch, you should also restart the game, because the glitch persists after loading the save directly without restarting the game. On the other hand, be careful with switching tab in the pause menu. Sometimes if your finger is tired, you might let go of the R button while in the menu, which will cause the tab to switch. So make some rest when your hand is tired to avoid this from happening, because when you switch tab and switch it back, the glitch will be gone, and you will have to restart the whole process. A disadvantage of doing it at this location is that sometimes the bundle is at a different position than where the invisible apple was dropped. As a consequence, the item's spawn goes supersonic.
Supersonic.
If you want to duplicate eggs or milk, they will just break. For those who like challenges, you can actually do this without a host, which makes this much more convenient to do, as you can perform this glitch almost anywhere as long as you can do the likelike control stick call. To do this, you will need some eggs though, find some cuckoos. So firstly, you get eaten by a likelike the right way. This part doesn't change. But after you ascend and get caught, pull out a control stick. Hop on it by watching memories multiple times. After you get uncaught, go to a closed space. Take out another control stick. Stand on a table or a counter like me, despite being kind of rude to the lady. Now is where the magic happens. Watch your memory and then press plus to enter the inventory menu. Now press plus twice as fast as you can, then hold on bird egg. After a few tries, you should get the egg to drop to the ground, breaking it in the process. If it doesn't break, try again. Now you should drop the invisible egg somewhere, for example, on a corner. Walk there slowly by watching memories. After you have dropped the invisible egg, you need to uncoil yourself. To do that, walk towards the control stick by watching memories. Stand in front of it. This is the only part that requires some practice. While cowed, watch a memory. As soon as you exit the menu, hold ZL and press X to jump. Link would jump and disappear mid-air. Watch another memory. As soon as you exit the menu, you should hold R and press up on your D-pad multiple times. Keep holding R. Let go of the up button. Go and watch a memory again. After you exit the menu, press up and you should see that the link is in throwing stance, as there is a small cross in the middle of the screen. Keep holding R. Now you can watch another memory, and as soon as you exit the menu, press up and choose an item. The item that you have chosen is shown. Keep holding R. Watch another memory. I have lost count of how many memories we have watched. As soon as you exit the menu, press A to hop on the stick. Congratulations! You have successfully uncoiled yourself. Now hold an egg and 4 instances for the item you want to duplicate. Unpause and pause again. From this moment, you can remove and add 1 item to duplicate 4 and 3 items each time. Alright, that's all there is to it. This is the ultimate guide to perform this glitch. It's much easier than it was when I first introduced this glitch, and once you have the setup ready, it's the fastest and the easiest duplication glitch I've ever seen. I hope this tutorial has been useful to you. I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye!